Now, little Timmy, the word is phantasmagoria.
Phantasma Goria?
Close enough. Well done. Hey, somebody get that handsome little man his prize.
Little Timmy has won unlimited answers to all the paranormal questions his little tiny heart can handle, such as, can ghosts stink? Is Bigfoot my dad? And I want to steal my cousin's beauty with black magic? Is that possible?
This is Kevin, Houston, and Sam, your 3 hosts for Phantasmagoria. And I don't know how I'm supposed to know who your dad is.
Join us every week on Apple, Spotify, or wherever you get your podcasts.
Allegedly, they managed to actually open the door to hell and summon a demon.
Neighbors claimed they practice witchcraft.
Exorcism, the casting out of demons through ritual prayer.
I was burying bodies out in the desert.
And yes, the ghosts were there with us. Thank you for letting us in.
Welcome back to the Haunted Part Podcast. I am your host, Katie.
And I am your hostess, Kenny. Beep, beep. Boop.
Boop.
Boop. Boop on the nose.
Boop on the nose.
Boop on the nose.
Hello. You haven't been taken over by digitally composed,
Spliced anybody.
digitally spliced Katie and Kenny.
Oh, God. I
No,
had
it's
forgotten
just
about that
us.
bitch.
She's waiting. She ain't forgot about you.
Damn.
She definitely hadn't forgotten about you.
Oh,
She
Jesus.
just biding her
no,
time.
I need her to sit down. Get back in the fucking algorithm somewhere.
How about you do some work, girl, in that algorithm?
For real.
How
Go
about?
on. Go on now. Get.
Anyway, no, the last time one of our episodes got picked up by the YouTube algorithm, it scared us. And I think YouTube
Truly?
too. It scared YouTube as well.
Oh my God. I almost forgot about that. Yeah, that last time it like weirdly, which one was it the cicada episode? I think it was.
Yes.
Yeah, the cicada episode, and it got picked up by like.
It got like thrown out to like everybody, but I think it was like in gamer YouTube. So like all these gamers were like, why was this recommended to me? And I just kept like going through and apologizing. I was like, I'm sorry.
They were kind of rude. A lot of them were really rude.
No. Well,
They were,
I think
what
they
is
were
this
just,
doing
like,
on my page?
I'm not sure that they knew what a podcast is. So like for them, it was completely out of context, like not 3 years worth of like recording and like episodes. And like, I don't think they really like had it. And so I imagine it's pretty jarring to come in as a new listener to this podcast. We really set that bar high for like,
But the
you're
question
gonna hang
is,
around.
who pays attention to their YouTube algorithm that much to where they see something, they're like, what's this doing here?
yeah, right. They're like, what? All kinds of shit
Who
gets
fucking
gets
monitors
recommended to
that
me.
shit like that? I was really confused. I was scared. Lots of comments.
I mean, to be honest, I've gotten a lot of episodes out of just weird shit that the algorithm recommends to me, like how to, breathe through your asshole.
We're gonna, those breatharians.
Yeah, you don't really need food. You just need
No
to
food.
Tan your asshole?
Tan your hide.
I don't know about that. Anyway, we're here. And we're still queer, even though it's not Pride Month anymore.
Always, forever and always.
So we're keeping that candle lit, proverbially, even though all the retailers have now forgotten about gay people for the next 11 months.
Yep. It's so true.
So we're going to just carry that torch.
By the way, the Pride collections for this past season,
Not very good.
not
Very disappointing.
great. Very disappointing. You know what? I can say this now that I no longer work for Banana Republic or Gap Incorporated, but truly disappointing.
Mm-hmm.
Very bad. I was not into it. Not colorful at all. It was just.
I mean, typically I'm a fan of that, but
like, it was not. I don't know. It was lots of like navy and beige. and cream.
It was like LL Bean does,
I don't know. I was like, what is this?
Interesting.
But anyway.
All right. Well, yeah. So we're here. We are gonna kind of talk about our little fun intro was kind of a nod to today's topic because it is a Katie episode.
Yes, it is. We're back to her again this week, folks.
Don't sound too excited.
I'm just saying, you never know which way you're gonna head when you're on the Katie train in Podcastville.
You know, that's true in many senses, honestly. I mean, really, potentially in every sense.
You may board this train thinking that you're going to go a specific place.
Yeah.
But in reality,
you know, it's best not to set intentions, like expectations.
No destinations are set here.
No, just enjoy
the ride.
The ride.
Absolutely.
Enjoy the complimentary beverage service. Clearly, I've been hitting it up. Stone cold sober and can't speak.
Shit.
It's a struggle,
Anything
folks.
off the trolley, dear?
Everything.
Everything off the fucking trolley. I want it all.
Mm-hmm. I want it all. Anyway, yeah. So it's a Katie episode. Who knows where we're going? As you can tell, we're a little fucking zany. We've had a long day. And we haven't had any substances.
We've had a long life.
I mean,
fuck true. A day. Bitch, it's been a long ass life. Damn.
That is true. So it's going to get a little weird. It's going to get a little weird this evening. If you couldn't tell from the intro, if that wasn't weird enough for you.
The longtime listeners are like, nah, we've seen weird. We've heard weird.
They're like, it's
weird.
fine.
Weird. We're
so
good.
I'm just going to encourage everybody, get their tinfoil hats on, get yourself comfy, get a nice cozy blanket. Because we're gonna be.
It's 94 plus degrees outside.
Okay, that is true. It is July
in most places.
Okay,
fuck a blanket, bitch. Get you a damn ice block. Stick your head in the freezer.
Turn the air down real low, then get a blanket. That's what I like to do. I have my trusty flannel here for that very reason. Because we're gonna kind of get a little spooky-ooky, a little weird, a little. You know, but it's fun. It's a fun episode. It's a light episode. We're not going to talk about it.
She always says that. But...
No, it is. It's fun.
Okay.
It's fun.
It's fun?
This one is fun. It's zany. So it's a topic that has been on my radar, that's been on my list of, things that I wanted to cover for a while. But it's one of those, like, I always want to impress you guys. I want to bring the A game, and I want to I want to freak you out. I want to spook you out. I want to kind of, with number stations and Mandela effect and there's a lot of, I kind of I kind of want to, and we're going to be doing some of that. I mean, not I got some things. We're going to be going there. But I was like, I kind of want to do a fun, light thing to kind of lighten up the week and just kind of have a good time. So that's what we're here for tonight. Get yourself a drink if you want to imbibe. If not, get yourself a Diet Coke or a regular Coke or whatever the heck you want. If you want to do a little token. This would be a fun episode to do a little token for.
Uh-huh.
It's not going to be too creepy. It shouldn't kind of, it's not going to take you to a bad place. So if you want to do a little bit of that, that's fine.
Snap off a piece of that edible.
Yeah, it's legal here in Virginia. So now, but still not decriminalized. So we still got work to do. But anyway, let's get into it. Does the name Judy Messelin mean anything to you?
I felt
Does it mean anything to you?
Judy Messelin?
Messelin.
Mm-hmm. I feel like that's a name that you would see on your parents' yearbook when you look through them occasionally, Judy Messelin.
Maybe.
She's got big Coke bottle glasses.
I don't know why
hair.
I thought you were about to be she's got big tits. just big tits.
No, I wasn't. I mean, maybe. I don't know. I was just envisioning big Coke bottle glasses, an awkward smile in the yearbook, and a very sort of modest blouse. Really bad hair. Short, cropped, but also kind of with lots of volume in the front.
Mm-hmm.
That's what I'm envisioning. Is that close to anything?
No.
Okay.
No.
No? All right.
But we're going to learn about Judy, okay?
We're going to learn about our good Judy.
Specifically, she is a good Judy. I love her. She's a hero. So we're going to learn about Judy. All right, you ready?
I'm ready.
You excited?
I'm ready.
Okay, all right. So it was 1995.
Great year.
When Judy Messelin and her husband originally moved to the San Luis Valley, just north of Hooper, Colorado, near the Great Sand Dunes National Park. And they moved with a simple, quiet sort of life in mind. Judy wanted to raise cattle. However, given that the land they had bought was bone dry and wouldn't propagate any grass, and also given that, in Judy's own words, quote, cows don't eat sand, end quote.
They don't?
It became pretty obvious within the 5 years following her move that Judy was going to need to put together a different sort of plan.
I would say so.
But that's okay, because our girl Judy can pivot. She's a power lady. She knows. She is the new age woman. So she picked up a job at a gas station in Hooper, Colorado, and it was at that job that she got to shoot the shit, so to say, with locals in the area who had plenty of things to tell her about the San Luis Valley's most unusual natural resource, UFOs.
Ooh.
That's right.
A resource?
It's a UFO episode.
A UFO.
So even though Judy's land couldn't grow any grass, so she couldn't live her dream of becoming a cattle farmer, it was very rich in the quote-unquote natural resource of UFOs. It was located in the San Luis Valley. Now, the San Luis Valley has been nicknamed the Bermuda Triangle of the West because it had been a hotspot for extraterrestrial activity long before Miss Judy Messelin ever stepped on the scene.
Question. Is she, like, how does one pivot from cows to aliens? I mean, is she planning on herding, like, E.T.? Like,
well, that's what I'm here to tell you.
I'm a little confused.
It's okay. I'm going to lay it out. That's kind of what we do here on this podcast, right? Like, I kind of
lay it out.
I kind of raise the query and then I tell you a story to answer.
So did my mother.
That was a good one. I like that one. You're quick tonight, buddy. Ooh. Yes. So this particular Judy's farm was located right square in the middle of this San Luis Valley, which is like a hotbed for UFO activity. Mysterious sightings in the night sky in that area date all the way back to the Spanish conquistadors in the 1560s and possibly even earlier, honestly. It's just that we don't have the records. The valley has a population just shy of 47,000, according to the 2019 census, which equates to roughly 5.6 people per square mile.
Okay.
So not very heavily populated.
Not a lot.
No. The San Luis Valley is one of the spots where it's truly possible to feel completely alone, despite the booming outdoor recreation industry that's in nearby Colorado. Cell phone reception is very sparse. Drives between the nearest destinations can seem very long, and nightfall can seem particularly long and lonely.
Moving there immediately.
Right? I mean, it sounds like a dream.
Honestly.
Sounds fabulous.
Honestly. No, I would just need one of our little alien friends to be able to, like,
hook me up with some
food.
Wi-Fi.
Wi-Fi, yeah.
I mean,
we need to work on, like, on the Wi-Fi part.
Definitely.
I mean, work on getting us a UFO Uber Eats.
Mm-hmm.
Beam that shit right down into my little, home in the middle of fucking nowhere. We'd be great.
Yeah, it's like that scene from the fucking Close Encounters. No, it's like that scene from Fourth Kind, except a lot less traumatic, less screaming, more pizza.
Always.
Less child abduction, So 2 examples of unexplained sightings in the San Luis Valley seem to illustrate the magic and mystery of this particular place. In March 2001, a truck driver reportedly saw a bright light in the sky of southern Colorado's San Luis Valley. Then the light unexpectedly appeared in the road just ahead of him on US 285 near Sanguache. I'm sorry Sanguache. The driver said he slowed his truck to pull over to the side of the road, but doesn't remember what happened next. When his memories restarted, he was driving again on the same road past Sanguache toward Monte Vista. The man stopped in Monte Vista to fill out his logbook at the truck stop, but realized the past 4 hours were completely unaccounted for, and he'd forgotten. Since this odd lapse of time and memory, the man reports feeling claustrophobic in his truck and having violent nightmares.
That doesn't sound fun, though.
Wasn't fun
Although
for
there
him.
have been times where I've just completely blocked out, like, and can't remember the last, like, however many hours.
Mm-hmm.
So
It's those long B waves, especially while you're driving. But you would think a truck driver would be used to it. That's the thing, because they drive a
Yeah,
lot.
Like, you ever be driving and then you're just like remember that you're driving?
Yeah. It happens all the
You're
time.
like,
It's a trance state. It's actually very similar to the state that your brain is in when you are hypnotized. The trance state.
it scares me sometimes. I'm like, how did I know to stop or brake? Because I don't remember it.
And yet.
Here we are.
So there was the truck driver case. And again, these are just 2 cases of many that I pulled. There's also the case of Snippy, a horse. Yeah, I knew you were going to. Snippy the horse.
Snippy.
Yep.
Oh, good old Snippy.
Good old Snippy.
Snippy, he's a horse?
He is. He is a horse.
Aw,
Snippy
he's
the
a
horse.
horse.
Wonder if he was gelding. Is that why they called him Snippy?
I don't
They
know.
kind of snipped his.
Ooh.
Yeah. Anyway.
Old Snippy.
Mm-hmm.
Old Snippy.
Oh.
How many times can I say old Snippy?
Oh my God. So this horse, who shall remain nameless, his death made national news and still remains.
Oh, God.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. No, in a media.
Damn, that plane crashed hard.
Yeah, you wish you hadn't liked him so much. You wish you'd let me finish that sentence before you got on the Snippy train, don't
I'm
you?
conflicted now. I'm like hurt. Fucking Snippy. Oh, Snippy.
It's a roller coaster ride for you
Oh,
today.
Snippy. Damn. I'll light a candle for that motherfucker.
So, his death made national news, and it still remains a mystery to this day. A 1967 journal entry from a local family details the day a caregiver went looking for Snippy, then called Lady, when she didn't show up for her water and treat. The caregiver found Snippy lying on her side, deceased, with her head skinless.
Oh, shit.
The journal entry said the cuts on the horse's head were so precise that it was unlikely an animal had attacked the horse. The caregiver also noted a strong chemical scent in the area around the horse, and investigators traced radiation levels throughout the scene. The closest hoof prints were found about 100 feet away from the horse, and no other tracks were found. And even more strange, the bushes within 100 yards of the horse's body were flattened. A medical expert later found that Snippy's lungs, heart, and thyroid were removed with extremely precise cuts. The brain and abdominal organs were also missing from the horse's body. No blood was found on the ground around Snippy or on her skin. The cause of Snippy's death continues to rattle curious minds today.
Oh, Snippy. I'm like really hurt.
Yeah, it didn't work out.
Fuck.
It didn't.
Oh
It
my
didn't much work out for her.
Oh my God. Jesus. We did a lot there. Was that really necessary?
I don't
Was
know.
all that
Maybe.
necessary? What could you have possibly been researching that you needed to do poor Snippy like that?
Don't
You should
know.
find one of those pieces of shit in Indiana that we were talking about.
Maybe try that.
Try to do that to them. Not old Snippy.
Mm-hmm.
I'm upset. I don't know that I can continue.
You told me this was a feel-good
You
episode.
told me. You did. You lying bitch. You told me this was a feel-good episode. Now you over here talking
I mean,
about
it is
a skinless horse. A face. Excuse
a
me.
horse
No,
head.
no.
Just the
Excuse me.
head.
It's head. It's,
Right.
It's
Which arguably might
had
be the
been
worst
filleted.
part to be skinned.
The skin from its face had been professionally filleted, and its heart, brain, whatever else had been removed with
brain and abdominal organs.
Mm-hmm. Utter precision.
Mm-hmm. And no blood. No blood anywhere.
Yeah, no blood. Can't forget that fact. It was a vampire.
Maybe.
Justice for Snippy.
Hashtag justice for Snippy. So those are just 2 stories. Again, illustrative of many. There are a ton of stories that are about unexplained things happening in the San Luis Valley. These are just two to kind of illustrate the point and apparently make Kenny upset. So it was here in this place that Judy Messelin's farm found itself, basically.
I was about to say, we're circling back to Judy.
Yes. So it was in the midst of all of this. We now have Judy. She's on a farm. It's the 90s. She's living her truth. Now, Judy was unaware, or Judy knew, she was in fact very aware, that UFO watchers would sometimes sneak onto her land in the cover of night to search the dark skies above. So she figured, if they're sneaking in anyway, why not invite them in and charge admission?
Absolutely. I love
right?
an enterprising gal.
We're leaning in. I'm telling you, Judy is the new age woman. So in May of 2000, the year 2000, the iconic UFO watchtower was born. Judy built a small stucco saucer dome on her land to serve as a gift shop and surrounded said dome with a 10-foot high viewing platform offering a 360-degree view of the San Luis Valley. She also built a campground where weary travelers could stay a while, and she charged folks $2 for general admission to the watchtower and $10 for camping at the facility. So it turns out if you build it, they will indeed come.
Mm-hmm.
Faithful UFO enthusiasts flocked to Judy's property, making it one of the most beloved roadside stops in the area. Over time, Ride the Cosmic Highway signs and little green alien statues began to litter the sides of Highway 17, directing passersby to Messelin's watchtower. To her surprise, other valley residents began stopping by in addition to the tourists, telling her their stories and using Judy as a kind of UFO counselor. Quote, "If you didn't know the people, you'd think they were crazy," Judy said. Judy began writing down what she'd been told, and the stories now fill several binders in the gift shop, which also includes a healthy selection of bug-eyed alien souvenirs.
Always.
Got to. Judy said that over 20 psychics had visited her UFO watchtower and that they've all said there's 2 large vortexes out in the area that she calls the Healing Garden, which spreads out behind the back door of the gift shop. Now, these vortexes have been outlined with rocks, and the garden has grown around them, an organized clutter of items left by visitors, such as CDs, sunglasses, hubcaps, stuffed toys, lots of pens. Judy explained matter-of-factly that anyone who leaves something personal in the garden is entitled to make a request, and that there are 2 large beings here who protect the entrances to the vortexes, but they are also here to help. According to Judy, the success to request rate has been quite good. A former skeptic, Judy has now become a diehard believer in the existence of aliens and UFOs thanks to her time spent operating the UFO watchtower. In an interview with Roadside America, she said, quote, "I know what I have seen with my own eyes," end quote. Judy has personally witnessed over 24 sightings from her watchtower. Over 260 sightings in total have been recorded in the tower's logbook.
Well, I mean, clearly we are now a believer in something green, but I hardly doubt that it's aliens.
Oh, let me tell you, I want to go to this place so fucking bad.
I do too.
I want to have a chat with those. I don't want them to come to me. I want to go to them.
Yeah.
So I'm good here.
I mean, shit, good for her. Good for her. Making that money. Making that money.
In.
Yes, absolutely. I could be yes, I am a believer. Yes, I see little green men every night up there in that watchtower. Every night. I see them every night.
But she really, okay, so if you watch interviews with this woman, she's so adorable. She's like got white hair and like she's so cute. She does have short hair. It's not weird and voluminous in the front, like you said. But she's got like little short white hair and she's adorable. She's a tiny little lady. And she is so into it. I mean, it could be a case. I could see how this could be a case of like a con artist who's like, oh, I'm just going to lean in and like, whatever, I'm going to bullshit. But like Judy is so into this shit. Like she is like the fucking UFO lady and she loves it. It's great.
Okay.
Like she's like very into it. It's very much a living her truth moment.
I'm not judging either way. I mean, make your coin and live your truth.
Hell
either
yeah.
way.
She's doing both. Our girl got it figured out. So over the years, the watchtower itself has become layered in history. The walls inside the gift shop are lined with newspaper articles on sightings and alien encounters, both those local to the San Luis Valley and more global phenomena. Judy approaches her work at the watchtower with dedication, cataloging every experience that is shared with her. But she also has a great sense of humor about the whole thing that's really kind of infectious. She keeps a separate guest sign-in book specifically for aliens. Roughly 231 of the 30,000 visitors over the years have claimed to be extraterrestrials.
So there's a separate sign-in book just for
aliens.
For aliens pretending to be people that they can sign.
Yes.
That's cute.
Yes.
I feel it's bullshit, but it's cute.
And she's got 231 signatures.
But maybe.
So, I mean, you never know.
You know what I mean? Like, I feel like it'd be one of those things where it's like 99% bullshit, but then there's that one.
Mm-hmm.
That one cheeky bastard alien
right?
who just came in and was like, and signed his name, their name.
Uh-huh. Judy also obtained a notary status so that she can perform weddings at the watchtower.
Love that.
Not surprisingly, there have been more than a few.
I can imagine.
Although an unexpected recruit to the field of ufology. That's the study of UFOs for those who haven't been following along.
Okay. Noted.
Judy Messelin seems perfectly at home in her weird little corner of the universe. She has become a mythical sort of figure, guarding the stories and mystery of the valley. Her work is immortalized in the vacation albums and memories of tens of thousands at this point. So maybe there is a kind of magic at work on Judy Messelin's old cattle farm, alien or otherwise. For our Colorado listeners, or for anyone interested in visiting, Judy Messelin's UFO Watchtower is located off Highway 17, about 3.5 miles north of Hooper, Colorado, roughly 30 miles away from the Great Sand Dunes National Park. Directions to and the hours of operation of the watchtower can be found at Judy Messelin's website, which is UFO-watchtower.com. The UFO Watchtower still maintains a primitive campground where you can stay for more involved investigations. And the campground admission rate is still, amazingly, just a modest $10 as of January 2021. Yeah. So definitely if you are in that area, that like Colorado-y type area, I think that you should, if you're near Highway 17. Oh, it's good. Oh, it's good.
Oh, this website.
Yes.
Aliens have
living
landed.
Mm-hmm.
This is every bit of like early 2000s nostalgia that I could have ever asked for. In my life.
It is the best. Like, it is a whole ass vibe. I want to go here so bad. I feel like we need to do an on-site investigation.
Now, camping is $15 per night.
Has it gone up?
It's done went up. According to this website, camping is $15 per night per tent.
Inflation is a motherfucker, isn't it?
The admission to the watchtower is $2 per person or $5 per car.
Got it.
So double up on your car.
Okay. As of she must have just recently raised price. I mean, go Judy. But as of beginning of the year, it was only 10.
Oh, she has a book.
She does.
That crazy lady down the road.
Mm-hmm.
I love that. I'm kind of interested.
She's very cool. She is what I will become when I truly let go of the last fucks that I have to give. And I can't wait. I want to do weird alien interspecies marriage ceremonies with my notary public certification.
Can I just take a moment? Yes, all of that.
Like, I want that. I want to do that.
Can I just, I need to for a moment on this website. She has a list, I guess, of items and things that you could donate to the campsite. Military night vision equipment. Black helicopter.
Yes. Sure.
An access hatch.
Can you get those?
I don't
Like,
know.
where do you get one of them?
A large nautical compass.
Now that to me is like, we just want it to look cool. Like, you know what I mean? Like, that's a prop.
Steel benches and seat belts.
Mm-hmm.
Steel seat belts. I don't know if that works. Flying objects of all kinds.
Oh, okay.
Biohazard suits. Phone booth.
A phone booth. Okay.
Playground equipment. Aerial photos of the valley. Big satellite dishes.
Mm-hmm.
Picnic tables. Moon rocks. Seismograph equipment. 55-gallon drums of outdoor silver reflective paint.
Got it. Definitely not for faking UFOs though. For sure, definitely not that. Jetpacks. Fuck.
Weather balloons, helium, golf carts, four-wheeler, trailer. Oh, and the last, lasers and or light beams.
Got it. Mm-hmm. Very important. Love that.
So if you are willing to, if you have any and or all of those items at your disposal, feel free to check out that website and make your donation. I mean, I'm sure you could get a tax write-off for your helicopter.
I'm not sure that Judy's a 501c3. And I'm just not sure that we got the paperwork in and, for that.
Okay.
But but you can feel good knowing that you're furthering ufology. you can do that.
You feel good moment.
Yeah.
Furthering and further legitimizing this study.
Mm-hmm.
Because there's lots of, there's people that do this, and I know that they feel some type of way about.
I'm gonna tell you what, it's a hard job. It's a hard job, very underappreciated kind of role. People tell you to get out of their store, and and they kind of kick you a little bit. They get a little feisty if you don't move quite fast enough. But it is an underappreciated role. The ufologist is a lonely man or woman or binary pal.
Yeah.
It's a tough gig.
I would love to do that and go out there and do like an episode,
Hell yeah.
like a live or something out there.
Hell yeah.
See what we could find. It'd be cool to just go camping too. Like
In the garden.
Fucking.
Who are you? Who the fuck? It would be cool to just go camping. Are you all right? Are you an alien? Have you replaced my friend? Because that doesn't sound like him.
Beep boop.
Beep boop
Beep boop. Beep.
I love how we're doing robot voices for aliens, but
There's an alien out there who's very offended right now. He's like, they're like, am I a joke to you?
it's like, actually, I don't sound like that. Katie and Kenny. They're reviewing the show right now. Actually, I thought that this podcast was very marginalizing. I felt very marginalized as an alien species. Thank you.
Yeah.
0 stars.
They're writing us a bad review.
Yeah.
They speaking of,
I can't give 0 stars, so I've given 1 star. But if I could, I would take that 1 star away.
Oh, I hate that shit. I absolutely hate that shit. Yeah. What was that one?
I mean, are you about to pull out a review of the show from an alien? Because if so, I'm going to need you to get that information to me a little quicker and potentially not on the air.
No, I was just speaking of negative reviews. And remember that one that said that your banter is a waste of they said, your banter is a waste of my time. You're not funny.
Yeah. Yep.
Absolutely. I mean, honestly, it's a waste of my time.
And to that, I
too.
say, we tried, sir or madam. We did try to not.
We tried.
But these people wouldn't let us go. No, I'm kidding.
You can only
we love
blame
you guys.
the fans.
Or enablers. Yes. So I want to go to this place. It would be hella cool. I feel like it would be awesome. I also feel like at the first sign of UFO activity, I'm getting the fuck out of Dodge because I don't fuck with that. Y'all know that should be scaring me.
We're in the watchtower and I'm looking out at the sky and I'm just like, okay, look. And then I turn around and she's already in the car. All I see are taillights head down the highway.
Yeah. Yeah. No, my whole family actually recently witnessed this very weird, like I was visiting family, and my cousin actually, who is not at all like me. She's like, successful and like a well-balanced, mentally healthy individual. So I'm glad it was her that saw it, because my family would never have responded to me. But she had like gone outside, like to her car or something. And then she like ran back and is like ringing the doorbell like repeatedly. And I'm like, holy shit, somebody has like fallen in the driveway. Like somebody's having a problem. We need to call the ambulance. And I like come to the door and she's like, come outside. And she like pulls me out into the driveway along with the rest of our family. And she's like, look up. And it was the strangest thing. It was these lights in the sky, and they were spaced equidistant from each other, and they were moving very fast, faster than I've ever seen anything move in the sky like that. And they were equidistant, spaced apart, and they were all in a straight line. And they would go to a certain point of the sky. It wasn't the horizon. It wasn't like they disappeared over the horizon, but it would go to a certain point in the sky and then disappear. And it was like 30 lights. And she said that before that, it had been like probably 60 lights in the time it took her to like run over to the door and like ring the bell and bring us out. But it was like 30 lights, and they would move very fast in a perfectly straight line, perfectly equidistant toward this certain spot in the sky, and then they'd disappear. And then that was it. And we noticed that there were actually 3 helicopters of sorts. There were 3 helicopters that had red lights.
Mm-hmm.
I don't know if they were helicopters, but they were something. There were 3 other objects that were flying, and they were in a triangle. They were like in a triangle, and it looked like they were monitoring whatever phenomenon it was that was happening. And shortly after the phenomenon was over, those lights also disappeared.
The CIA people said, all right, well, time to go.
It is probably the strangest thing that I have ever seen, like in the night sky. And y'all know I don't fuck with that. I'm like, I love it. I truly, it makes me feel alive. But it also terrifies the fuck out of me, because I'm not trying to have to deal with any of that. I got enough going on. You know what I'm saying? Like, y'all just live and let live.
Well, yeah.
I'm going to do me.
And how,
y'all do you.
What didn't the government just release, like some UFO shit or something?
Yeah. I mean, so like basically, like throughout the pandemic, the government is just like, oh, Loki, aliens say that. We have all this evidence of UFOs. We're just gonna put it over here. But hopefully, you guys are busy enough with that whole pandemic situation that it's gonna be fine.
You mean the distraction?
Oh God.
No, absolutely not.
Yeah. So, but it's fun. It's kind of like, I love that, like, I love the pivot she put on things. I love the twist. I love that she was just like, okay, raising cattle is not going to be the thing that happens. So I'm going to lean into this like super weird, wacky, zany UFO thing. And like, that's going to be my shtick. And then she kind of took to it like a fish takes to water. Like it just clicked. And now she's this really cool, like, story garter, story holder for the community. And also for people who are kind of just traveling through on road trips. I love a good road trip. And I love a good road trip, like roadside attraction.
Yeah.
So it's very cool. I hope to visit one day. Leave an item in the garden.
Yes. And, light a candle for Skippy.
Definitely. Snippy?
Snippy.
Snippy.
Yeah. Absolutely. Snippy.
Yeah. That's the one.
That's what I'm going to do when I go there. Ball out.
Eat a little stuffed horse for Snippy.
Absolutely.
Yeah. That'd be good.
Absolutely.
I'm down with that.
I was going to say I'm going to find that bastard that did it, but no.
I
probably don't want them to. I'm so sorry.
Yeah,
if you're listening.
You good.
I do appreciate the skin on my face where it is at.
Just want you to know I didn't say nothing. Okay?
I do appreciate this.
Just for the record. This motherfucker over here, though. Mm-mm.
Well, hell. If I'm missing from next week's episode.
You know what happened?
You know exactly what happened. Yeah. But that was so much fun. I enjoyed that. Thank you so much for sharing. our good girl Judy here with her aliens and her camp and her
It's good.
and all that fun stuff.
Yeah, sometimes you got to do a fun one. Sometimes you got to just do a light one, you know? And
then
we'll be back to
crush
terrify
the
you
souls
next week.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
But yes, if you would like, since I'm going to be doing the housekeeping here on our campsite, our ranch, the Haunted Heart Ranch, where you can find a bunch of different things like Patreon. So you can go there for a bunch of cool bonus shit that, you know, we don't release publicly because we're too ashamed to.
www.patreon.com/thehauntedheart.
Yep, /The Haunted Heart. You can find us on all of the social medias, every single last one. You can find us on Twitter at The Haunted Heart. You can find us on Facebook at The Haunted Heart Podcast. We've got a page there that you can go and click and slam that like button. Slam that like button. Every time you hit, I'm going to tell you what, every time you hit that like button, a UFO lights up in the sky. And then while you're at it, you can also search for our unidentified Facebook organization. At the Haunted Heart Podcast, our private Facebook group where we share all kinds of awesome memes and content, and there's a bunch of cool people there that you can meet and mingle with and have all kinds of fun.
None of them are aliens.
Maybe
I'm
they
sure
all
of
are. Maybe they all are. Who knows? That's the fun of it. But you can request to join, and a member of our Murder Mod Squad, or ourselves, or an alien, perhaps, will approve you. Especially if you're an alien.
Definitely.
Let us know.
I'm not barring you.
That's true. And then that's it. You can always leave us a Google review if you'd like. We love those. 5 stars only, though. If you have anything less than that, I don't want to hear it.
Oh my God.
I'm just kidding. I mean, you can leave what you want, but like, please.
Be a lot cooler if you did.
Be a lot cooler if you did leave 5 stars. But that is our housekeeping for this week.
Fabulous. Well done.
Yes.
Well done.
Beep boop.
Beep boop. Beep boop boop boop.
Beep boop.
All right. Well, we have to go roam the earth endlessly, searching the night sky for the meaning of our existence. But until next time, we just want to remind you, keep an eye out.
And as always,
stay spooky.